Rising. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Peace, Mika. Mika Meek. Shay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get lit. Grand Rising. Red. Grand Rising, Red. Alright, let me get my little stuff lit. Y'all, I've been up like mad early. I was up like a whole hour earlier than I normally get up. So y'all lucky I was not on here at 6 o'clock. Yesterday was rough for you. You woke up, went for a walk, hugged some trees. Yes, nature is amazing. It is amazing. I go for a walk in nature every morning. I'm going to try to do it in the morning and before I go to bed. It is the best recipe for life. But it was some interesting energy last night. Spirit was heavy on me like all night, all morning. I was like, yo, what is y'all trying to talk to me about at this? This is not dumb. This is not love. But they give me so much. They give me so much, and I'm so appreciative. And I've just been finding myself randomly smiling out of the blue. Peace, beloved. Grand Rising. Randomly smiling out of the blue. I know I'm probably going to be looking real special today. Because I just had this moment where you feel like you just get it. Like there was this moment. I know my shirt going to keep getting on my nerves until I get all these cards. So let me do this first. There was this moment that hit for me. And I'm so appreciative of the people who are, who are instrumental, thank you, beloved, in our growth, in delivering messages that they felt they needed to share with the world in order for us to grow. I'm taking all my cards out. I think that's all I'm doing today, honestly. That's all I'm doing today. So I've been really heavy on two books in particular. I've been heavy reading Allies in Healing. So if you had any experience, any type of trauma in your life, any type of sexual abuse in your life, rape, whatever, any type of trauma, this is the most amazing book to read, specifically if you are dealing with a partner that has been through that. So you can see certain dynamics. And you know, the reason that I in particular feel like this is an amazing book, specifically for people of color, okay, my melanated babies. The reason I feel like that, because we come into the world with trauma embedded in our DNA. Yes, allies. It's either allies in healing or allies of healing. I think it's allies in healing. We come into the world with this trauma that's already embedded. So even if you didn't personally experience some trauma, you still come into the world with this trauma embedded in your DNA. What specifically if you were a descendant of slavery, a descendant of the trauma that was on our people in any way, the descendant with Indians, Native Americans in your family. Listen, there's so much trauma that has been experienced by our melanated ones in particular that it's already embedded in your DNA. So this Allies in Healing, it speaks from a perspective of people who have been raped or molested or trauma, ties in a younger part of their life. But because of the topic, because of the content, and the things that they address, the patterns that they acknowledge. I do feel like specifically with my melanated babies that are more from African descent, specifically that were here, like African Americans, there is a huge reason why I correlate that particular book and why we need to read it. Okay, so I've been really heavy into reading and digesting the content for that. And then and this is my first time reading this, so I can only imagine what it's going to be when I read it for the second and the third time. The other thing that I have been reading a lot is, and I posted it yesterday or like mad early this morning, I don't know, or last night, Mastery of Love. Listen, like I always was a fan of Don, and I love the Four Agreements. So the Four Agreements was dope. What book was it? The book that I was saying was Allies and Healing. Mika got it typed in the comments. The second book was Mastery of Love. That right there, I feel like if you just on the journey, and that just might be my personal opinion, I feel like I'm about to change my mind. I promise I think I'm about to change my mind. And I feel like you might need to read that one first. I'm really, really slowly but surely starting to feel like that's the first book that you might need to read when you're on the spiritual journey. And the reason is because they break down the dynamics when it comes to us operating in our own self-love and us getting really connected to this happiness and what that looks like for us, and stop inflicting, yeah, I said it, inflicting pain on other people because you are trying to fit them in your own dream world or your own little perfect little box. All right. So there is some amazing jewels. And it's so hard to pick one because I always have people be like, well, what book do you think I should start with? Well, it depends on what part of your journey you're in. What part of the journey are you in? What is the specific thing that you want to see as the outcome for your journey? Because, yeah, you can read all of these books like Matuna Tear. Matuna Tear is like an amazing book when it comes to African spirituality or when it comes to the dynamics that are connecting us to Kemet. But when it comes to mastering self, mastering the soul purpose and the soul journey, I feel like you got to be more in tune with books that are going to help you with learning how to operate in your own self-love. And I heard somebody, and I hate when I forget a sister name. I can't remember who the sister was that I was listening to yesterday, but I heard somebody yesterday, and the thing that she said is that we were not taught how to love ourselves. So how many people, because I know I wasn't taught that. I got my hand up. Who? Okay. Who was taught to love themselves? Because we were definitely taught, especially women, we were taught what we needed to do and how we need to love other people. We were taught this very grand rising, this very superficial, surface way of loving other people, how to love other people. But I don't know how many of us was taught to how to love ourselves. I'm still learning every day. I'm just saying, I'm still learning every day. Like when you break it down to the basics, I'm like, yeah, yeah, that part, empath, how to be a matron and not a nurturer. I mean, yeah, not self-nurturer. How we are supposed to nurture other people. How we were always taught how to pour into other people. Women were taught how to cater to our men. What you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. And that kind of got twisted somewhere along the line, so I ain't even going to get onto that part. But then we also had our men were taught, right? Yes, D. I had a sister just posted, she said, men didn't have to worry about self-care because it was already embedded in us. They didn't have to worry about that. because it was already almost instinctively known that when you get that woman that you search through, your self-care comes through her. Your self-love was supposed to come through her. And that's crazy because that's what we were taught. In order for you to feel loved, there were things that we needed to do and operate in. Whether that was giving of ourselves physically, being meek, okay? And it created a really horrible dysfunction within our society as a whole. Not just the melanated society, but as a society as a whole. So there's this misconception on, how do I love myself? And when you start putting boundaries and parameters on that, when you start operating in a space where you like, I'm pretty sure me being on the phone with you and you sounded like, damn, you over there having chaos and confusion popping off. That ain't me operating in my own self-love. And I don't have to engage and I don't have to fix it. Because a lot of times, whether we men or women, we feel like we got to fix it. Our partner, our friend, our children, they're going through chaos and confusion. And we automatically run into fix it mode. Let me fix it. What do you need me to do? And now we're worried and we're concerned and we have anxiety. And now we have taken on a part of their chaos and their confusion onto ourselves. Because we want to fix it. But is that operating truly in your own self-love? That's not to say that you are not supposed to enlighten, shine your light. But this is what you have to pay attention to. When you show up to shine your light, show up to shine your light unconditionally. Show up to shine your light without any expectations, but just show up to shine your light. That don't mean that you have to soak in their pity party. I didn't want an invitation to the pity party. I'm just saying. That's why it's even hard for me from the space that I'm in. I have a lot of people who reach out to me for consult and for certain dynamics. And I'm sorry. I'm probably like, if I feel like dealing with it, then, because I get a million emails. If I feel like dealing with it, I might, send you some words of encouragement and like, something that you probably should look into, some dynamics you might want to shift your situation. But if I don't feel like engaging, I'm not here for the pity party. I have given you many, 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 many tools just on the page alone. Just on my platform alone, I have posted many tools for you to look at and apply, to research and apply. But what I will not do is continue to indulge your pity party. It's not serving me. That's not what I came here for. I came here to shine my light. I came here to shine my light, damn it, and love on you. That's how I be feeling with people. I be like, just let me love on you. Damn. I don't want to do all that extra shit now. I'm just coming to love on you and shine my light. You trying to over here transmuting energies and shit. I don't want none of that. Keep that shit over there. Keep it over there. I don't want it. I don't have no vacancies. This is not for me. This is for you. This is your journey. All right? And I know it gets hard, beloved. I do. I understand that it gets hard. And I understand that sometimes this journey can be really complicated. It can be so complicated. But it's only complicated because we make it that way. We make it that way. If you find that life is hard for you right now, you have to sit back and say, what am I doing that's creating this conflict and this hardship in my life right now? All right? Nothing that's going on outside of you matters. I promise it don't. It's all about what are you doing on the inside. The internal affects the outside. And I'm just talking about how you receive, process, or react or respond to information. Because that's what it is. When you are being faced with a lot of different dynamics, that's information. So how am I processing this? How am I responding to it? How am I reacting to it? 9 times out of 10, you're probably reacting or responding or processing it like on some cray shit. And if you're doing that, then you're going to get exactly what it is that you're asking for. And people be like, well, damn it, I didn't ask for this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you did. Because let's be real clear, the universe is very intentional. So anytime that you are operating in an energy or a frequency or a vibration that is not an equal match to what it is that you say you're asking for. Man, I've been asking for like love, peace, and happiness, and I keep getting some damn bullshit. Well, apparently you operating on the frequency of bullshit. I'm just saying. You might want to check that out. You might want to, reevaluate. Do some self-reflection. See where the bullshit originate from. I'm just saying. I can take this in a personal, and this is recent. I realized that I was projecting my fear on other people. And I am one of the ones that be like, fear in God can't exist in the blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. Then I noticed I was like, there was something that I was being triggered in with my daughter. And I said, this was the universe definitely like coming up to show me on my own level, like, you realize you're on some bullshit right now, right? Okay. And that's what they did. And it was like when I caught it. So with my daughter, it was a situation where it was like, oh, you operating, you projecting your fear. So you frustrated and you up in a roar because of your fear. I had a fear of failure for her. I don't want to see her fail. I don't want to see her, get hurt. I don't want to see her go through unnecessary hardship. That was my own fear. I was damn projecting that on her. She ain't had nothing to do with that shit. She was like, man, I ain't got no other plans. My plan is plan A. Well, damn it. I'm going to need you to have plan B, C, D, something. I'm going to need you to plan this out better, boo. I need you to plan this. But I've been projecting my fear on her for a very long time. And it just clicked. She's about to be 21. It just clicked at this moment in time that I was projecting my damn fear on her. Wait a minute. All them times that I wouldn't let them like just randomly, I ain't ready to say you're supposed to randomly let your kids out of the house. But because of my fear that something would happen to my girls, if they were not in eyesight, it was a long time before I let them play outside with their friends. Let's be clear. I wasn't that mama that was like, oh, you can go over to, no, the hell. I don't know their mama and daddy. You're not going over nobody's house. They can come over here. They want to play, they can come to our house. And they need to play in our yard. Y'all can play in the yard, not in the house. Because I don't want your family, I don't want their family saying nothing. Look, that was the mother I was. And I didn't realize that it was because I was projecting my fear that something would happen. Something that happened to me would happen to them. That was a projection of fear. Okay? Then it was so many different other dynamics. I didn't let them do a lot of things during high school because I was scared that they were going to do some of the shit that I did when I got out of high school. I ain't do it while I was in high school. I was a good girl in high school. It took until I got to college. But still, I was like, I need my girls. And I was looking at like how my family, I come from a family where a lot of the women in my family were having babies at a very early age. And I was looking at it like, nah, I ain't getting ready to have none of them issues. I don't want none of them issues. So I sheltered them. And I did exactly what I said I would not do. I was very sheltered. Even though my family had me where we were living abroad, I was able to travel, but I was still very sheltered. I was a homebody. So I projected the fear that they were going to do something crazy or something could happen to them out in this world. So no, I don't want you doing all of that. So when they got ready to get out of the house, now they're in that space where they doing every damn thing. I don't even want to know what they doing. And my youngest daughter, she's very responsible. So she probably not doing as much. But when I'm talking about like food wise, like they eat every damn thing. They eat everything, and they was raised vegetarian. They daggone is probably out here so-called living their best life because I projected my fear on them. You gotta be mindful of that. That ain't they shit. I say, Pat, child, yes, I got a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old. Bless my soul. Bless my soul. With your maid. I haven't found with my bae, I'm gonna call him my bae. I was projecting a fear on him because I was in a space where I was like, he hadn't grasped some things I wanted him to grasp yet. He hadn't really at the time, like, connected to some things that I see in him. So because he hadn't connected to it, I was like, oh shit, look, I done went into panic mode. I done went into anxiety mode. What if he don't never get it? What if he don't never reach there? What if, like, literally panicked, anxiety, okay? Frustration. So now that's coming out I'm in Miss Pop-Off mode. It didn't help. Mercury was in retrograde. It didn't help. But I'm in pop-off mode. So I'm in pop-off mode because I'm projecting my fears of him not reaching his fullest capability. That ain't my shit. And it literally, like, after I got it all off my chest, it was after. But I did come back and I was like, look, I apologize. I said, because I realized I was projecting fear on you. I was having anxiety on the fear that you might not get to the level that I see in you, that you wouldn't reach your fullest potential. And I had to get to a space where I said, oh, wait a minute. First of all, this ain't your journey. That's his. Whether he get there or not, that's his business. But I have to respect, that he is capable of getting to the journey and the destination. I have to respect him and his choices and allow him to experience this journey the way that he's supposed to experience. And that should not affect who I am, my happiness, my stillness, my peace at all. I might not have to agree with it all the ways and the different dynamics, but guess what? I can sit, that don't have nothing to do with me. It ain't for me to agree or disagree. It ain't for me to try to fix it or put him in this perfect little box that I have in my mind. It is for me to love him and shine my light towards him. And that's it. That's it. Operate in my own self-love. Me operating in my own self-love and my own fullness is enough. It's enough. And that's where we got to get in a space where no matter what the dynamics is, whether it's our relationship with our parents, it's our relationships with our children, it's our relationships with our mates, our friends, that we are operating so much in our own self-love that we are happy with just that. And we are not starving for anything else. We're not in Miss Fix-It mode, Miss Nurturer mode, Miss whatever. Like, that ain't your shit. I'm pretty sure, even when you operating, I'm here and I've been doing this for a long time, and I still be doing some stuff that I be like, ooh. The good part is that did you catch it? Because some of y'all be popping off and going through projections of fear, and then you don't catch it. Some of y'all be doing some stuff where you be like, oh, okay. Like, did she just really just cuss me all the way out for eating this piece of chicken? The hell? Operating your own power, your own self-love. That's my thing. I'm working on this book called Journey to Self-Love, and it's been an amazing book. And I actually started the book just for myself. It was just my own workbook that I wanted to put together for a reminder of how to always come back. Because sometimes we get distracted and we get off the road of our own self-love. All right? And ooh, all this fire energy. When we get off the journey of our own self-love, sometimes you need a gentle reminder to say, hey, okay, you know, you're not really going the right direction. You might want to just pause for a moment. Reflect. See, where did you turn left at? How can we get you right back on track, boo? We got so much going on with these cards, and I'm really wanting them to just give me one. Slowly but surely, you getting on it. You getting it. Yes, beloved. It's a process. Grand Rising. It's a process. This is not something, this self-love thing is an everyday thing. This journey to stillness is an everyday thing. This is not something that is going to happen overnight. You got to think, it took them, it took how long for you to be brainwashed into believing that the way that society runs and operates at this moment in time is actually functioning, a functioning society, or to realize that it was dysfunctional. How long it took you to realize that? So however long it took you, I'm not going to say it's going to take that long for you to unlearn, but it's a lifelong journey. This is a dynamic where it's going to take a minute to unlearn all the things that you've learned since birth. And then you have stuff that's been embedded in your DNA from the generations and the generations and the generations before. All right? That's a long time. Society has been very intentional on really programming and creating a certain dynamic to keep people recycling back to this dimension. I'm going to say that. I don't want to call it a prison, but dimension. They've done a lot. Been very intentional to keep you asleep. And then when you eventually decide to wake up and get free and unplug, then you have to say, okay, now you're like running. We go through this space of we're searching and we're seeking and we're looking for everything outside. We're grasping for straws. We're just looking like which one gonna pull me in the space that I'm supposed to be in. And a lot of times that take trial and error, because you got to see and sift and sort through all the stuff that's out here to try to figure out what resonates with you. And then one day you just wake up and you be like, I'm pretty sure this already here. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm already the walking book of knowledge. And maybe I should have started here first. And that's why when I come on here, I strive my best to really like help y'all navigate from a different perspective, because what I don't want you to do is waste time or energy navigating dynamics that are add-ons. They're assets, if you get what I'm saying. There are certain things that are assets. Hold on, y'all. Oh, Lord. There are certain things that are assets, and these are just, they're bonus lessons. So if you ever was dealing with like or know anything about the nation of gods and earth, you had 120 degrees that you're supposed to learn. And so that 120 degrees was a certain amount of lessons about just life and facts and science and all of this stuff. It was helping you learn. To learn, like to unlearn, to relearn. And then you had your plus degrees. So this is what you got to look at. The 120 degrees is your knowledge and mastery of self. The 120 degrees is your knowledge of self. Your mastery of self. So maybe you putting yourself in a space where you say, look, I'm going to learn everything I can learn about myself. So that means you got to get your natal chart, number one. Y'all know I am a heavy promoter of make sure you get your birth chart. Get things that are going to help you understand this. Maybe like read definitely something dealing with the chakra systems. Definitely something dealing with the chakra systems. So you can understand when a chakra is off, what type of self-love or self-care you need to administer. Okay? Inner child work, because all of us have been traumatized on one level or another. All right? Learning how to heal past wounds, all of that. Release. So there's so many different dynamics, but it still is about self. Everything that you are, to me, that you should be really digesting and applying should be information when it comes to self. Learning who you are. Not who you are as a people. Who are you? What legacy did you come from? Well, who your grandma and them? As they say. Who your grandmama and them? And then learn the plus degrees. And the plus degrees might be you learning Orishas. Or the plus degrees might be you learning certain science and dealing with alchemy and all of that. But I promise you, if you naturally are a master of self, alchemy come like that. If you are a master of self, having an ideal of who the Orishas that exist in you, that are connected to you, will be second nature. Okay? When you learn mastery of self, there's something different. And that starts with, how do I love myself? How do I show up for myself? A lot of times we don't know how. We know how to show up for every damn body else. We know how to show up for our parents because we don't want to disappoint them. We know how to show up for our children because we have a responsibility to them. We know how to show up for our friends, but we don't know how to show up for ourselves. When you going to decide that today is the day that I show up for myself? And that you make that an everyday practice. Every morning that you wake up and you say, I'm not doing shit else for anyone else until I do something for myself. All right. So let's get into these cards and get off my soapbox today. Baba Fire is the first card that comes up. And Baba Fire is all about, what did we just say? Master Alchemist. This is the Master Alchemist. This is saying as above, so below. When I am operating in the things, it's funny that it's got all this fire. This fire is about passion. So it says, when I am operating in the things that I am passionate about, when I am connected to the things that I am passionate about, guess what? As above, so below. How I think is what I manifest in the real world. Anything that I want, I am able to turn it into a material gain. Okay? Specifically with this card. Okay? Anything that I connect to my passion, what I have a true will, a true intent to manifest, it will happen because I am the Master Alchemist. I just have to understand, what am I passionate about? What is my purpose? This is coming up in the past position. So I feel like because it's in the past position, it's like, what is your purpose? What was that one thing that you felt so connected to when you were young and people didn't have their false perception and fears projected on you? Tunde Fire is the second card. And Tunde Fire is all about this energy that can be unexpected visitors. Somebody might have somebody pop up at their house today. Oh, Lord. So, look, unexpected energy, something that can kind of come in and sweep you off your feet. This is that unexpected. This is that unpredictability, okay? So this can be very Uranus-like, all right? We are in the pre-shadow of Uranus. Uranus is about to go in retrograde in a few weeks. So we are in the pre-shadows. We're getting ready to be, at least, all right? So this is that unpredictability. Somebody coming in with that unpredictable energy. So they're either trying to pop up, it's an unexpected visitor, or it's somebody that's just trying to, this might be that dude that's just a young dude to come in and try to, like, you know, sweet talk you. Be like, oh, bruh, I'm a whole grown woman out here. That's what me and my girlfriend always say. I'm a whole grown woman out here. Don't come in with this young boy energy unless you're ready to handle this whole grown woman responsibilities. You hear me? All right. So then the third card comes out as the Shaman card. This is a great time, and we've been getting this energy a lot lately. Making sure that we stay in a space where we are committed to our spiritual practices. Get your butt up and meditate every morning. Even when you don't feel like it. Even if it is like a struggle. Get up. Make it a certain time. I get up. That's why I was up as early as hell. It was a little up early because the meditation video came in. It felt like early. I don't know. I didn't have my phone on silent like I normally do. So when it hit, it was like I just jumped up. But then it was funny because it was my meditation notification that was saying, hey, this is your last day of the 21-day meditation. Boom. Get on it. So it was perfect timing because Spirit had already been on me, still on me heavy as hell, giving me all of these damn shifts. But get into your spiritual self. Create a routine that you can be consistent with. You know, if you need guidance, make sure that you connect with some spiritual teachers, some spiritual gurus. Look up as much as you can look up that, you know, seems very genuine and resonate with you on how this spiritual journey. But I always say this is very intimate to who you are. This is your intimate journey. So no one can really tell you how you should do it. But what I will say is making that time first thing as you get up to just stay focused, to just get centered, to just walk in you and your own fullness and your own greatness and your own power, your own happiness, whatever it may be. Make sure you do it. That's going to be really key. Especially because you don't want whoever or whatever this energy is to fuck up your day. All right. This could be fun energy. So this don't mean it's going to be negative. This could be somebody coming in to just make you have fun. Like to just make you like dance and do something different in your life. But this also could be that person that's coming in to try to be messy as hell. So you just be mindful. It's all about perception. How are you handling and processing the information that's presented to you? All right. When I get this dietary change, I always say it's a great day to fast. I know it's Sunday and some of y'all getting those Sunday meals prepared. But this might be a great day for you to fast. This might be a great day, even if you're not fasting, for you to be very intentional with what you're putting in your body. Making sure that you're putting very high vibrational foods in your body. Maybe just only eating fruits and vegetables for today. Eating things that are connected more to the earth today, okay? This might be a time, like I do feel like there's a shift going on and there's an energy that we need to be mindful of for those of us that are more intuitive or empathic, that we need to be mindful of. And because that energy is here, I just really want y'all to pay attention, all right? Just pay attention to what does it represent, why is it here? And in order for you to do that, drink your water, stay very hydrated, and then also make sure you're eating foods that are going to be beneficial for you, okay? Our soul, I'm going to do the crystal card last. Our soul journey is grief, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Let's read this one since I didn't read. Oh, here it goes. We've had grief before, and we keep getting grief, so I'm going to make sure that maybe we're missing a message in there. Okay? It says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Nothing is gone forever. The belief that we have lost someone or something is merely an illusion to assist us in learning to appreciate our having had it in the first place. The emotion of grief and the sense of loss are absolutely real, but that is the point of the lesson. The lesson of loss is not about the actual physical separation, because the parting is temporary and it's an illusion. The point of the lesson is to acknowledge that the bonds of love never end and that we have not been abandoned. When you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with whatever it is and everything that you have ever loved, it will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised just for you to learn from it. So don't miss what you're supposed to learn in this opportunity. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deeper understanding. Anytime that you come across a certain dynamic, this is an opportunity for healing. Anytime. Don't get caught up in the anxiety. Sometimes we even will project our fear. Grand Rising, beloved. Oh, crying is good, beloved. Sometimes we project our fear that we might lose someone. So we operate in this dream or this illusionary state. Now we are promoting this facade of who we are, this facade of what it is that we represent. And you have to be in a space where you say, okay, is this worth it? Because I'm putting a fake energy out here. It's fake me. And if this real me, if this real me make you walk away, if this real me make you not stay by my side, if this real me shows that you ain't supposed to be in my life, man, listen. Always be yourself. Be very authentic to who you are and what it is that you represent. And understand that anything that is supposed to be there will naturally be there. Anything that you are vibrating in. If you vibrating in love and happiness and you getting something that's not equal to love and happiness, you got to be okay with that. Like, that shit ain't matching. It got to leave your life because you vibrating on a certain frequency. A lot of times we holding on to shit. It ain't even supposed to be with us. Y'all be holding on to people, places, and things. You said, why is it so hard to let go? Because you're making it hard. There is something that is in that particular person or that situation that you are holding on to, that you identify. There is a false perception or illusion that was meant for you. Now, when it comes to death is never gone. We never lose that person. That's just a transference in energy. We never lose the person. We just lose the physical vessel that they reside in. Okay? We lose the physical vessel. But do we have Grand Rising? But do we lose that person? No. But when it comes to the people that's in the physical realm, in these situations, man, listen. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So there's an ideal. So let's say you have a relationship and something arises in the relationship, and whatever the reason, you have to separate. Okay, you part ways, right? Part ways. And so we're upset because we've parted ways with this person that represented love for us. So we're not grieving the person, we're grieving the ideal of love. We're not grieving, what that person, who that person actually was. We're grieving the dream that we created. Because what happened is that you created this illusionary world. You created this illusionary perception of what that person represented. But when you really break it down and you put it on paper, and this is what I love doing this for my women at the shelter. When you sit down and you put this on paper, what does this person actually represent? What did they actually bring something of favor in your life? Are they actually building on to who and what you are? How are they adding on to your life? And be very real about it. A lot of times we are not real and honest. Y'all be like, well, and then sometimes y'all answers will get stuck because if you really do that list, you'll be like, oh, you can't come up with one. Besides, maybe they got good sex. The sex was good, girl. The sex was good. That was one. That was an addition. I would let you have that. That can be on your list. That sex was good. Girl, he was fine as hell. He was fine as hell. Okay, I'm going to give you them too. But then he also was creating grief, heartache, pain. He was being abusive. Some of them, I was like, that nigga wasn't paying no bills. I'm just saying. So what was the assets? Were they helping you grow spiritually? No. Were they helping you on your soul's journey? Yeah, they was. You just didn't know it. It was through pain, but the same. Really look at it. And I do this honestly with all the people in my life. I'm not just picking on relationships. You really got to be in the space, because some of y'all will be holding on to friendships. It'll be 20 years. Be like, oh, they've been my friend for 20 years. Have they really? Because I really want us to look at the list. Let's pull out the list. Because it look like your list, this ain't operating in balance. This ain't got no Maya in it. This list looking a little one-sided. This list looked like you was doing a whole lot. You was doing a lot of giving, and they was doing a lot of taking. But they was your friend. Or they was coddling your damn destructive behavior. They was the one that you was doing all the destructive shit with. Do the grief work. Know when it's time to release. And then whatever is meant to come back to you, beloved, it will come back. Whatever is meant for you, if it is truly meant for you, it's going to come to you. When you are vibrating on the frequency and putting the energy and the vibration out that you are supposed to put out, naturally, what is naturally coming from you? I promise you, everything that is supposed to come back to you is going to match. But that's why you got to hold that mirror up and be real honest. Be real honest. Be real honest, like brutally honest. Am I operating on the frequency I'm supposed to be on in order for what it is that I want to come in? Are you operating in desperation? Are you operating in beggar mode? Are you operating in, I know that I am love, so everything that represents love will come back to me. I know that I am abundance, so everything that represents abundance will come to me. And then be impatient. Sit your ass in it. Quit being so damn impatient. Quit jumping on stuff before you're supposed to be jumping on it. A lot of times we're like putting this frequency out, and you got to understand when your power is strong and you putting this energy out and you bringing all of this good stuff in, and it's like, ooh, that's nice. It's almost there. Like, no, don't stop short. Do not sell yourself short. Be patient and know when the time is right. Ashe, like, be patient. Know when it is in alignment with who you are. Because if you are not being patient, and when something looks like it's fool's gold, that's what it be. Something look like it's the real gold. It look like it's real, but it be fool's gold. And when that fool's gold come in, and you already done damn jump shipped, now you off track. And it's going to take some work for you to get back on track. It's going to take some work for you to get back in your frequency, for you to get back in your vibe. Because you had jumped off for the fool's gold instead of just sitting your ass still for the real gold. This journey requires patience. Know that you are putting out the energy that you want back. Yes, honey. All right, look, like that ain't what I wanted. It's some old fake shit. Anyway, the crystal card is copper. It says, are you available to receive downloads of insight in your life? Are you open to create and embrace magical manifestations? Clear your channel to allow wisdom to flow through you. Have confidence in your ability to tap the universal knowledge, wisdom, and abundance. You are a conduit for miracles. Believe in yourself. This is what I just basically said. I am a conduit for goodness, prosperity, and love. Clarity and focus are mine. I am open to receiving inspiration, wealth, and good health. Immeasurable power flows through me, and it benefits the world around me. I am a miracle worker. Listen, there's something so divine and special and amazing about who we are. And when you really sit in that, knowing what your power is without doubt, without second guessing, without any type of dynamic that's going to alter your vision of who you are and how powerful you are, I promise you everything that it is that you can imagine will come to you. A lot of times y'all putting out confused ass energy, and guess what? You're going to get confusion. You putting out that energy that's kind of a little bit of the energy that you used to have. Y'all putting, I done did this. Oh, I done did this. I done put out the frequency of I wanted a mate that was representing where I'm at this moment in time. But I also was putting out the frequency and the energy of the fear that I have experienced in the past. So you know what I got? A little bit of both. So you got to be real intentional and very adamant about the clarity that you operating in and what it is that you're pushing out. Make sure that you're releasing all the doubt. Make sure you're releasing all the fear. Make sure you're releasing all the grief. Make sure you're releasing certain dynamics. So when you are putting and vibrating in this frequency and putting this by like you out here trying to be the master alchemist, and then you turn up with some of this. Like, you don't want this. We want to be the master alchemist and turn up with some of this. You see what I'm saying? Like, we want to be the master alchemist. Okay? So you want to be able to be very clear in your intentions, clear in what it is that you are focused on, clear on what it is that you're striving to manifest in your life. Okay? So when you're putting that frequency out, you'll know and you will understand and you will be excited about what's coming back to you. When you put that, I'm telling y'all, I got my hand up. Y'all know I'm good, but then I'm holding my hand up for some shit. Like, yes, that child. The stories I can tell you. Stories that I can tell you. Be very clear. And know that this is a journey. No one's perfect. We are all imperfectly perfect. Okay? Or perfectly imperfect, whichever way you want to look at it. It takes time. It's a process. It takes time. But enjoy it. Have fun with it. This was for you to have fun. when you hit this space, I hit this pocket today where I was like, I stay hitting a pocket. They stay giving me these pockets. I hear footsteps. They stay putting me in the space where I'm able to grasp certain things. They stay putting me in a space where them downloads is coming a little extra. But this one right here, I swear I woke up and I was just smiling. And I was like, oh, I got it. I got it. I appreciate you. I got it. And when I got it, I was like, man, listen. That shift about to be something. That's about to be a fool out here. It's about to be a fool. Ashe, anybody got any questions? I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. It's probably about to cut us off. I'm surprised it didn't cut us off yet. I almost got on here a few minutes late. Any questions? Comments? Concerns? Be like, nah, I don't resonate with that message. It sounds like some bullshit. It sounds like you on some bullshit. Oh. You said, that's good, a little both. Yes. Ashe, I love you too. Love you too. Yes, this is an amazing journey. I'm super thankful. I swear. I'm so super thankful. Like, I wish I could give y'all just a little bit, because I got to keep something for myself, but I wish I could give y'all a little bit of how I be feeling lately. Specifically, like, I love when I get into these spaces that the universe has chose for me to go through at this moment in time. And it's crazy because, I'm going to say this, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, I promise y'all, it was like for the last couple of weeks, I've been pulling cards, and like I always do a reading for myself, and the thing kept saying abundance, like blessing, like it was like something like major was gonna come through. And you know, when we pulling that card and we seeing abundance or whatever the case may be, we thinking like, oh shoot, I'm about to get blessed with some money. I don't know what this is. It's coming. I'm telling y'all, I was like, I don't know what this is. The universe about to give me. They about to bless the hell out of me. I don't know what it is. I'm excited. I don't even know what it is, and I'm excited. Look, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I don't know what y'all about to bless me with, but I'm excited. But yo, this is better than any blessing that I can get. Like, it's so much going on right now, and it's so much that I can't wait to share with y'all. But I can't share that with y'all right for a little bit. I gotta sit on some of this. Some of this I gotta sit on it, and then I'll be able to share it with you. But some of it was like, Ashe, I appreciate y'all, because now this is a different type of blessing. Like, I wasn't expecting this. I'm thinking I'm about to get a check. Like, oh shit, somebody about to cut me a check. They about to cut me a check for my building. I was like, yeah, dang, that's what's up. But when everything else, and I got a phone call that's something totally different. But listen, there is nothing like being able to operate in your own peace, your own self-love, your own excitement. I swear I had a whole dance party because I got a funnel cake yesterday. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I went to go get a candle. She ain't had no candles, but I still was able to get a candle for what I needed to do. And I got some body butters. And I bought me some cowrie shells. I was excited. I was like, well, shoot, this is a good little trip. I'm glad I came over here. Now I'm on the west side and I'm driving. I'm like, this looks like a festival. I wonder if somebody over there selling funnel cakes. Who ain't bust a U-turn? I was like, no, you don't need no funnel cake. You gonna go and get on the highway. Nah, I'm pretty sure I need to go over there and see if somebody's selling a funnel cake. Listen, who bust a U-turn in the middle of the street? Like, better ride through this parking lot. Not only was I able to buy me a funnel cake that I've been wanting for almost a month, I bought me some earrings. I bought this pretty little dress. Listen, excited. The blessings keep pouring in. All right. I love you guys. It's counting me down. I will talk to y'all later. I might pop on this evening and drop a jewel or two. All right. Peace, beloved.